Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Todd Chrisley claps back at Southern Charm star Patricia Altschul after she shades his move to Charleston. This old lady. Todd Chrisley has officially found his first post-prison feud in Southern Charm star Patricia Altschul. After he and his wife Julie Chrisley were pardoned by President Donald Trump and released from prison, Todd shared that they were considering possibly developing a new reality series that will follow them renovating and opening a new hotel in Charleston, South Carolina. Altschul shaded the news on her Instagram story, writing, "There goes the neighborhood." Sign UP for Jeopardize for any Yearlong and streaming recommendations. Todd did not hold back when he addressed her comment on a recent episode of his Chrisley Confessions 2.0 podcast. She said, "Well, there goes the neighborhood." He said, "I've never had an issue with her. I've always held her in high regard. I always thought she was a classy lady." Todd continued, "This is a woman that's in her 80s. She could be my mother." He then noted that he asked his fans not to retaliate against the 84-year-old Bravo star for her comment. "I said, please don't. Please don't go back on this old lady. Do not do that," Todd said. "Because at the end of the day, she's old." He then speculated that she is getting ready for death as tabloids reported that she had transferred her assets over to her son. And Todd didn't stop there. While he admitted her comment was shocking, he said, "She doesn't need to worry about how I make my money. At this age, I could end up marrying someone like Patricia and take her money. That's kinda what she did. Kinda how she made her money." But Todd maintained that he doesn't dislike her, despite her comments. "She's just playing a role that's been in the book of securing wealth since the beginning of time," he alleged. "A younger woman marries an older man, and he dies, she gets the money." If the Chrisleys do develop this Charleston-based reality show, it will be the latest in a slate of reality projects the family has lined up since Todd and Julie were released from prison in May. The family's story has already been captured in the ABC News documentary, The Chrisleys, Life After Lockup, which is streaming now on Hulu. They also have a new, untitled reality series lined up with Lifetime that is expected to release later this year. When it comes to Todd Chrisley, silence has never been an option. The former Chrisley knows best patriarch, known for his sharp tongue and perfectly coiffed hair, has built an entire reputation on speaking his mind. Sometimes with wit, sometimes with bite, but always with flair. And this week, Charleston society queen Patricia Altschul, of Southern Charm fame, found herself on the receiving end of his latest verbal clapback. The drama sparked when word got out that Todd and Julie Chrisley, in the middle of reshaping their lives and careers, had been eyeing Charleston, South Carolina, as a possible new home base. For Todd, the historic city seemed ideal, a blend of old Southern tradition, coastal charm, and an up-and-coming entertainment scene. But for Patricia Altschul, who has long considered herself the grande dame of Charleston society, Todd's arrival apparently didn't fit the script. On her Instagram stories, Patricia threw shade in her classic, martini-in-hand style. A follower asked her what she thought of Todd Chrisley moving into Charleston's exclusive social circles, to which Patricia replied, "Charleston is known for its refinement, history, and class. Reality show antics aren't exactly the legacy we're looking to expand here." It was a subtle jab, delivered with the Southern gentility Patricia has perfected over the years. But Todd Chrisley doesn't do subtle. Todd fires back. Within hours, Todd took to his podcast, Chrisley Confessions, and delivered the kind of clapback only he can. "Let me just say this," Todd began, his voice dripping with amusement. "I read somewhere that a certain old lady in Charleston had a few things to say about me bringing my family and my so-called antics to her pristine little circle. And, well, bless her heart. Todd paused, the Southern phrase hanging heavy in the air, loaded with meaning. Then he went for the jugular. Now I don't know what kind of legacy she's protecting. Last I checked, sitting in a velvet-covered armchair sipping martinis doesn't make you the Queen of England. And honey, if you think I can't bring class to Charleston, you might want to check your mirrors, because the last time I looked, class doesn't come from an embroidered kaftan. It comes from how you treat people. And this old lady just showed she doesn't have much of it. Fans react. Naturally, Bravo fans lost their collective minds. Social media exploded as fans debated who came out on top in the war of words. On Twitter, one viewer wrote, "Todd Chrisley calling Patricia Altschul this old lady is the kind of crossover drama I didn't know I needed. Bravo, please mix them both up immediately." Another fan added, "Patricia is Charleston royalty, but Todd isn't wrong. She throws shade like confetti, but she never expects someone to throw it back." The debate raged on Instagram, with some calling Todd disrespectful for taking a jab at Patricia's age, while others cheered his refusal to bow to Charleston's self-proclaimed society gatekeeper. The roots of the rivalry. What made the moment so juicy is that Todd and Patricia are cut from similar cloth, though they'd never admit it. Both have built careers on sharp wit, impeccable presentation, and the ability to turn social interactions into performance art. Patricia may do it in silk gowns with her butler Michael serving cocktails, while Todd does it in designer jeans with a microphone in hand. But the DNA is the same. They thrive on being the loudest, most glamorous voice in the room. So when Todd threatened to bring his reality empire and his no-filter commentary into Patricia's carefully curated city, it was only natural that sparks would fly. Charleston society has long prided itself on discretion and tradition, and Todd Chrisley is anything but discreet. Todd doubles down. In the days following Patricia's shade, Todd didn't let the conversation die. On Instagram Live, he addressed the topic again, this time with his trademark humor. "I've been called worse than antics, darling," Todd quipped. "But let me remind everyone, I built a television empire out of my antics. And if Patricia wants to go head-to-head, I promise you, America's going to tune in." He then winked at the camera and added, "And by the way, if I do move to Charleston, Patricia, I'll be sure to send over some proper biscuits and sweet tea to introduce myself. I hear you prefer gin, but trust me, honey, I'm strong enough to hold my liquor in my ratings." Patricia holds her ground. Not one to let herself be upstaged, Patricia responded in an interview with a Charleston lifestyle magazine. Without ever mentioning Todd's name, she gave one of her trademark barge quotes. "I do believe Charleston has survived hurricanes, earthquakes, wars, and plagues. I think we will manage to survive whatever else blows into town."